Here's a look at the highlights.
Vouchers are government-funded vouchers that cover educational costs like private school tuition or homeschooling. You might have heard it called school choice by people who support it. In Texas, lawmakers have proposed vouchers in the form of educational savings accounts, or ESAs. ESAs are state-funded bank accounts filled with public funds. That means tax dollars. Parents who remove their kids from public schools can use money from these accounts to cover educational costs like tuition, online schooling, or private tutoring. Lacked enough support because lots of rural lawmakers oppose school vouchers. Abbott successfully campaigned against these politicians, ousting 12 voucher opponents in the March 2024 Republican primary election. He called it a tidal wave of support for school vouchers. One survey by the University of Texas Public Policy Project found that 52% of respondents supported starting a voucher program. And that brings
Support for this program comes from Roxanne Elder and Scott Borders.
In Travis County, there are 81 private schools. Hardly any are in Austin's Eastern Crescent. And there are no private schools in Rundberg. The closest schools cost between $9,000 to $13,000 in tuition. So if a family did receive a voucher, they could still have to pay around $3,000.
1.7 million undocumented immigrants across Texas. More than 1.4 million are from Mexico and Central America. Not surprising considering the proximity and history of the region. Now, the next biggest group is from Asia with 136,000. That's followed by 54,000 from South America and 41,000 from Africa. Finally, 24,000 are from Europe, Canada, and the South Pacific area combined, along with the 5,000 from the Caribbean. About the legislature. The Texas House of Representatives has 150 members, 63 Democrats and 87 Republicans. And there are 31 state senators. 12 of them are Democrats and 19 are Republicans. Now, the legislature convenes every 2 years, with this year's session starting next Tuesday, January the 14th.
Now let's look at
Do lawmakers want school vouchers? Proponents argue that it gives middle and lower income families more schooling options, helps homeschoolers, and makes public schools more competitive. But opponents say vouchers take money away from public education, and that 10 grand isn't enough to cover private tuition if you can even find a private school in your area. The
neighborhood sort of as the zip code 78744. Around Ben White at the north, over to about Frederick Lane, Pleasant Valley, down to William Cannon, and then over to I-35 in the west.
U.S. News ranks Texas as 28th in pre-K through 12 education. But while public schools have to share state test scores, private schools don't have to share that data.
According to 2023-2024 school year data from the Texas Department of State Health Services, the vaccination coverage rate among kindergartners for the measles, mumps, rubella vaccine is below 95% in several local independent school districts.
Texas ranks near the bottom among U.S. states in maternal mortality, according to research from the Commonwealth Fund. And the Texas Department of State Health Services reports that Black women are 2.5 times
here in Texas. So where do undocumented immigrants work? Well, more than 311,000 are construction workers.